IOU Redemption Podcast. Big speaker.
Hey, your boy G White, man. We back at it. Yes, sir.
How was your Father's Day?
Hey, man. Uh, yeah, cause we getting into fatherhood. Father's Day was pretty good for me. I ain't gonna lie. Father's Day was pretty good for me, man. I don't really like all the rah rah. You get what I'm saying? Um, I do care for some thought put into something. I do care about that, but
You do this on the daily.
as a daily,
You
like,
get
I go 100 miles an hour. So if you ask me what I want, most time I just want really like peace. I just want not to be forced to do too much. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
And just show some sort of acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not really with the red carpet rolled out like that. I feel like I do what I'm supposed to do. Um, but it was good. It was good. How was yours?
Same way. Same I don't need no gifts. I don't You might throw me a bag with something in it. I mean, or whatever, just to let me know that it's Father's Day. But for the most part, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing around here. Um, I don't need the special day. I get it every day, and I do it every day. So
Right.
I tend to forget that I had actually scheduled some contractors to come here to do some work, not realizing that Sunday was Father's Day. So, you know,
Yeah. Um, and we're gonna get into it, but even though we are guys that feel like, we doing what we supposed to do, I feel like, because it's a decent amount of guys that don't do what they supposed to do to make it look like, you know, different stuff. But I I appreciate the acknowledgement though. I just, I'm cool, but I do appreciate the acknowledgement because to be honest, like I go over and beyond, bro. And you do too. You get what I'm saying? We talking real men, real dads, like extracurricular dads, like not just the bare minimum dads. So I don't expect the red carpet, but I do expect some type of well thought out acknowledgement
yeah,
because how you go every day, you get up every day to make everybody around you smile.
yeah.
Sometimes even when you're not smiling, I think that should be acknowledged in itself. You understand what I'm saying? But we gonna get into all that. We're gonna get into that. So y'all know this is based upon the full episode that we dropped on Monday. Sunday actually for Father's Day. We dropped it on
Yeah, we
Father's
dropped it
Day
on
called
Sunday.
for for on Father's Day, and it was
Fatherhood.
entitled Fatherhood. So we're gonna get into that, but um we're gonna start it from the 10 out and that's with the IOU moments. You
Yep.
understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let you go first, bro.
IOU moment for today. And this really wasn't my IOU moment, but at the last minute I changed it because it actually meant more. So my IO unit moment initially was gonna be start capitalizing on the sacrifices others have made for you. But when I thought about this and then started doing some research on it, I found this one, which isn't mine. It's from Jordan Peterson. I don't even know who this person is. I think I don't know. But I like this because it ties into what I was saying. A sacrifice is a contract with a better future. We talk about sacrifices all day long on this podcast. And one of the sacrifices that come to mind is when you have to be a father. You making sacrifices every single day.
Absolutely.
There is no if you still out here with kids and you ain't making those sacrifices daily, then you ain't doing your job because it's impossible to go any day without having to make some type of sacrifice for others in your life, and it's not just yourself. That's what a sacrifice is. You might think sacrifice on a personal level when you're trying to get something done and you can't do something else that you want to do. But I'm talking specifically about family business here. We had an episode about family matters, and the way we clear up them family matters is through sacrifices. And that's how we get it done. So a sacrifice is a contract with a better future. Write yourself a contract. How many of y'all do that?
Absolutely. Nothing great comes without sacrifice. Uh, like you said, the ones that can relate to it is the ones that's actually in the game consistently. The ones that's, in a family's life consistently, in a children's life consistently. You understand every day you get up, it's a sacrifice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't care what it is. I don't care what's in your bank account. I don't care what level of your life you're on. Anybody that has people dependent on them and they there for them every day, you gonna make some sort of a sacrifice, whether it's time, money, whatever. You're making some sacrifice, and if you're not, then you're probably not in the game, so you can't relate. So, hit on my you moment, bro. So,
hold on. And it's Juneteenth. For
yeah,
those
right,
who you don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here next to the backyard of Galveston where
yeah,
the last was freed. You understand? So that IOU moment, that's why I said that. We not slaves no more. And I don't mean to get into your IOU moment, but hold on for a second. I
no,
just
I ain't
told
gonna let
Chelsea
you
this.
steal it. Say I
I,
got
now I ain't
it.
finna get into this, but I just told Chelsea yesterday that I personally think y'all can say whatever y'all want to say to me. I personally think African Americans are the laziest race. I personally think that. And I think that sometimes God may get angered with us because let's just run the facts here. Because this ain't just my opinion. Caucasian people, we know they're known to start businesses and run them, hand them down from generation to generation. That's facts. Italians, they gonna have some type of family restaurant and they gonna hand it down from generation to generations. Think about it. Hispanics, they gonna work for $1. I ain't never seen. I'm telling you, they gonna work for $1. Asians, they better not come home with an A minus. You understand what I'm saying? Why is it only us? Look, I mean, it's just not only us, but the majority. Why is it us who always tend to be happy with government assistance?
Right. So
So
let
that's
me,
what I'm saying.
yeah, let me,
Capitalize on
yeah,
what's happening
yeah,
because it's been laid for us.
right. So I'm gonna get into my IU moment. Um, and like you say, we've come so far, but we still have a ways to go. And it kind of goes onto it, what you were saying. I feel like I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge Juneteenth. Um, because it means a whole lot to me. Growing up in the Midwest, I'm gonna be honest, we didn't celebrate Juneteenth.
Nope, we didn't. I
We
didn't
did
know
not.
about till I got here.
Some of my friends in the South, they did. They was like, man, we've been celebrating that, whatever else. To be honest, we grew up in the Midwest. We didn't celebrate Juneteenth. But when it
Cause
comes
we in the
to
Midwest. That's why.
equality, it comes to freedom, it comes to all that. I take a great deal of pride on just how I carry myself. I talked about it on previous episodes. I've attended 2 million man marches for equality for our people. You understand what I'm saying?
Brother.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I laugh, joke, and play with you, but I'm a front line type of guy. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You ain't
I've
putting no yard
I've
work.
I've left my house and my family be worried if I'm gonna return. I've stood with the family of the Michael Browns and the Trayvon Martins and things of that nature. So, you know, Juneteenth definitely is like I said, it's new as far as celebrated in here in the Midwest, but it's big for me, right? It's big for our freedom and the fights that we're still fighting to this day. And it goes right into my IOU moment. If we've come so far, we still got a ways to go because it's not over with. Um, we're not equal. We're not out of the hair. It's just masked a little different now to make people feel like they bigger than what they are. You know what I mean? That you got
Yeah.
more freedom than what you got. I'm not really a buzzword type of guy, you know what I'm saying? But you do got to stay woke. You do have to understand the situation that you in and what's before you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I just want everybody to know this is just our you, my man. But we have come far. We have made a lot of progress. We have. But we do got a lot of ways to go. How we treat each other, how we want other people to treat us, how we pushing ourselves, how are we representing ourselves? Do you understand what I'm saying? I literally can't take my kids nowhere without somebody that look like us
Facts.
representing themselves in the craziest way possible. You know, I'm literally Alex took kids today to a art museum. Art museum. You think that's the safe zone, right? Rosie and them come home talking about all type of booty hanging out the bottom of shorts and all type of whatevers. You
What race?
understand?
What race?
So I'm just saying, y'all, we gotta. If you want better, you
What
gotta do
race? G
better.
White. What
They
race?
was they look like us. I'm just
Okay.
saying they look
Okay.
like us. If
Okay.
you want better, you gotta do better, expect better, and carry yourself better.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't let people play with me. Like, you know what I mean? It's no story. I mean, it's no secret that I am the only African American at my job, right? There's no secret that, right? But I don't let nobody play with me. And I represent myself very well because I'm a reflection of all of us.
Facts.
So on Juneteenth, remember that, y'all. We are a reflection of each other. We have to put real work in if you want somebody to treat you different. You got to walk different, talk different, carry yourself different. You know what I'm saying? I can bang with the best of them in the streets, in the hood, also in corporate America. You understand what they can't mess with me. But I don't let them play with me, y'all. You open that up to get categorized. They're already trying to do that.
Okay. Let's get on that. Nope. Let's
We've
get on
come
that. What
so
you
far,
talking
but
about?
we got a lot of ways to go. But go ahead.
No, what you talking about right there? You said when we go out, certain whatever, how we
Yeah, you
carry
categorized
ourselves,
always.
we open ourselves up to that category.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Right? So what you mean by
yeah,
that?
I mean just kind of how you walk and talk and carry yourself. And it ain't just us, but what I will tell you is this: you know, there's no secret. I don't care. Don't make it about me.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a level playing field. You know that it's not the same. It don't get looked at the same way. So tighten up, sharpen up. You know, carry yourself a little different. Watch how you handle certain situations. Don't give them the response that they may expect us to give. Throw them for a loop. If you can't find the words, be guilty of silence. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because everything that come out your mouth, you're gonna be held accountable for.
Hmm.
You know, they say Hispanics and black people don't know how to talk, and we angry and whatever else. Okay, work on yourself. Work on yourself, king. Work on yourself, queen. But what I'm saying is, sometimes it's okay to be guilty of silence.
Don't say
I,
nothing.
I don't say nothing. If I can't find
Don't
good
say
words,
nothing.
I won't say nothing.
Don't say
I'm gonna
nothing.
make it real uncomfortable. They be like, "You don't got nothing to say."
I want to give y'all a little feedback example from this.
Go ahead.
When I used to work at this power company in Austin, I had this particular instance where I told them I was going to leave the company to go to this other company. And I had already had the offer letter from the other company, right? And basically, long story short, they let the offer letter expire because my current company said that we'll match the offer so you don't leave. So they purposely let it expire, the offer letter from the other company. And then when I came back to them, they were like, "Yeah, we're not going to match that." You just understand what I just said? I had an
Mm-hmm.
offer for another company. My company said, "We'll match that offer so you can stay with us." Okay? I went back to my company and I said, "Are you going to match this?" They waited until that offer letter from the other company expired, and then they said, we're not going to honor that. The VP, the vice president, called me because he started getting wind of how I was going up, talking to different people, this and that, and he didn't know how I was doing it. So he wanted to personally talk to me. And he said what he had to say. They wasn't going through with it, and I didn't say anything. I was completely silent. And he asked me a question. He said, so you have any questions? You're gonna say anything? I told him, I said, I don't have anything nice to say.
Yeah.
and that was it. We hung up the phone.
Nah.
Guilty of silence.
Yeah. Guilty of silence. It's okay.
I'm not gonna respond like you think I'm gonna respond.
No. And I might not respond at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let that sit on your head. But if my emotions
now, what are you up to? What are you up to now?
Right.
You
Bro,
see?
when you don't respond to people in certain situations, it drive them crazy.
Crazy. They get nervous, real nervous. That's why even
like if I'm trying to provoke you, bring that bad side out of you, and you don't give me nothing.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you crazy now. The way you wanted me to react,
right,
you're gonna react.
That's gonna keep me up at night because I'm like, give me something, say something back, say something, whatever. Like you're gonna be like, dang, he just ate chips. I was upset he just gonna eat chips. He gonna drink some water while I'm, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude just gonna, okay. All right. So I'm looking forward to getting into the episode, man. Make sure y'all, this was just the IOU moments. You understand what I'm saying? This is Juneteenth edition of IOU Dipshit Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even trying to be funny, but I'm gonna tell everybody out there, I hope that you took time today to reflect, understand, and to grow, because I really feel like this holiday, it can be as big as we make it. I know we done had a slow start to it because it has not been always acknowledged in the same light, but it's going to take every one of us to make this thing what it should be.
And they should be celebrating. They celebrating 4th of July.
Because we are the only,
you know what I'm saying?
We are the only nationality that have been enslaved on this land.
Come on, man.
And I promise you, I'm not trying to downplay nobody else, but I'm also not going to downplay what the real what the real is. You know, we literally are the only nationality that's been enslaved on this land.
You know what's going on.
So it take all of us, y'all. But it's IOU Redemption Podcast. You know we're gonna keep it real. We're gonna have the other conversations. And this conversation today gonna be based on the full episode we dropped on Monday, which is fatherhood. So without further ado,
hey, go ahead. I want you to go get your baby daddy, your nephew that got a kid, your stepdaddy, all of them. Tell them all to tune in.
Let's get into it, bro.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Freedom Day.
Yeah.
Freedom Day.
I like that. You know, mama saying we get treated the worst. Absolutely. Half of it is how they already gonna do, and the other half is how we let them do. Yeah. So that's
another topic.
That is.
So let's keep it. Keep it.
Yeah. So let's get into the fatherhood, bro.
Fatherhood. Session 21.
It is. You know, fatherhood, we tipped on in the full episode. If y'all want to see the full episode, make sure y'all watch it on YouTube. It's on YouTube. We dropped it on Monday. But we're gonna have a conversation, and we really appreciate the feedback in the comments.
I want
We
to see
got
the
y'all.
comments. I know
You know what I'm
people.
saying? We definitely got the feedback. We want the feedback. We started on talking about being ready to be a father, bro. Um, and I'm saying I said it from the 10 out. 99% of us, we wasn't ready to be fathers unless you are somebody that's settled down, which there's a small percentage of people that settle down, of age, got their paper straight, whatever. I really feel like the percentage is that high. 99% of men aren't ready to be
Yeah,
fathers when they become a father. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I really felt like men take two options. It really should only be one option, but I feel like men take two options. They either run towards fatherhood or run away from fatherhood.
yeah,
I can't speak on the running away from fatherhood because I ran to it and I wasn't ready for it. But I ran to it because I knew what it took. I know that that woman didn't impregnate herself. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna play crazy. You get what I'm saying? I wasn't framed.
you
I
was
know what
framed. I
I wasn't framed. You
was
understand what I'm
framed.
saying? I know
Yeah,
what I did.
yeah,
So I felt a very short time of feeling sorry for myself or making her feel bad because we both earned it. We were consensual adults. You understand what I'm saying? And guess what? Hey, it happened how it happened. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say to the dads is, and I'm gonna let you chew on it too. You know, I know everybody come from different backgrounds. Some people had their dad coming to their life, like that grew up with their fathers. I was one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? My dad was around. Even when him and my mom was divorced, my dad was around. I was able to talk to my dad, work with my dad, learn things from my father. You understand what I'm saying? And I know everybody didn't have that. Do you know what I'm saying? Some people didn't know who their dad was at all. You know, but what I will say is this: regardless on the spectrum of what you think fatherhood, I know when some men became a dad in their mind, they
yeah.
know what type of dad they want to be. In your mind, no matter where you from, no matter what you stacked against you, you in your head, you know what type of dad you want to be. In order to be that dad, whatever you see in your head, you gotta work, brother. You gotta sacrifice, brother. It's gonna be some type of middle ground being met. You know what I'm saying? Especially with some of y'all and some of the situations y'all in with y'all baby mamas or whatever, whatever. I can't speak on that. You get what I'm saying? I'm with the mother of my children. So I can't act, I don't fake it. I'm not gonna say that I know how that is. I'm gonna say I can only imagine. And we're gonna talk a little bit about that. You get what I'm saying? But I want to give you a chance to go ahead and chop on it, bro. Like being
Uh,
ready, being ready.
being ready. So most of the time, like you said, there's no case in understanding when you're ready to be a father. You're just gonna. It's like when you playing baseball. You might not be ready to get up to that batter's box, but guess what? You got to step up to the plate. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care what situation. This is life. Life gonna smack you in the face, and you either gonna step up to the plate or you just gonna, go in the dugout and sit down. Go home. Me, I'm gonna step up to the plate. One of the things that I want to comment on is I don't want to have this be the traditional discussion about, like, I could easily bring to the table and say I didn't grow up with a father, blah blah blah. That's we don't want to hear that. I'm trying to get people away from using that as an excuse and a crutch to not do what
Mm-hmm.
they're supposed to be doing out here. There's two things here. One, you know, it's just not your biological father that helps you in life and grow and help you grow as a person along your journey of being able to encounter different situations and handle them differently. And the people you meet, chances are you probably ran by hundreds of father figures, but it's up to you to accept those people to come into your life and help you. See, a lot of times people are blinded just because, little kids say all the time, "You ain't my daddy," but like you never know who comes into your life, and if it's your cousin, if it's your uncle, whoever, all these people, your brother, all these people can play your father figure, and that's what people hurt themselves because they neglect that part. You know, so it goes both sides. Where being ready, you got to be ready to accept fatherhood from somebody who isn't your traditional father, and
No.
then you as a
Yeah.
person got to
Yeah.
be willing to step up to the plate when you are that biological father, and when you not the biological father. You understand what I'm saying?
Boy.
This is what we talking about. Pull up your pants and be talking about like real men talk here. We ain't like when you're on a job and you doing something, we ain't talking titles around here. We here on the job we aiming for the same goal. And when we talking about fatherhood, the same goal in mind is to raise that child up to be something better than you, preferably, and to be a good citizen in the world. So all these things encompassing, this is what makes fatherhood a big topic here. And being ready is just one of those things where
Look.
if you psych yourself out, you're not gonna be ready.
No.
Go ahead.
Look, I'm just saying this. And I said it on the thing, on the episode. I'll be honest. I was okay with not being a dad. Like
Yeah.
actually having children of my own. I was okay. I was okay with that.
Tell
My
these
sister,
people again, because I know
like
some people
I
ain't
was
watched the
okay. I
episode.
was okay with not having no. So some people like, man, Greg, you such a good father. You such an involved dad and all this. I'm gonna be honest. I had that conversation with God. I was okay with not having no children of my own because my sister had kids when I was real young, and I just fell so in love with my nieces. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, the different dads and the different things that go on with different dudes. I ain't care about none of that. You know what I mean? Me and my dad are very strong men. My mom's a strong woman. Like, we love our own. You understand what I'm saying? We're
Yeah.
gonna take care
Yeah.
of our own. We don't care with whatever Hank doing whatever. And I understood that. And I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the youngest, bro. So I'm I remember, like I posted earlier on Facebook, like my niece turned 21 today, you know, and Nisa turned 21, bro. You've been in her life.
Today?
Just Nisa turned 21 today, bro. It's crazy. I
Wow.
know. I'm tweaking. But
Wow.
I remember just, you know, when Shandi was pregnant with her, when she had her. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and that's my niece. But me and my nieces, our relationship is not the traditional uncle niece relationship. You know, it's over and beyond. Whether it's whatever, and I don't have to list out everything on how I'm there, but I've been there. I always be there, and I got a special bond with my nieces. You understand what I'm saying? And I love them to death. So I was okay with not having children of my own, but I had already started that mindset because that's how I carried them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I understood they may have their own biological dads and then their life capacity or whatever else, but I know I'm their uncle. So I don't care if you dudes leave, come, ain't consistent or whatever else. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna be there for you. You get what I'm saying? Like, and those that close to me already know. You already know how I feel about my nieces. You know what I mean? So like niece's birthday today, and then she texts me on Sunday for Father's Day or whatever else like that. That meant the world to me because them was my kids before I had kids. You know what I mean? So it's just those things for dads, man. You never ready, man. Like you said, it come in different forms. It could be your uncle that's like a dad to you, your big brother that's like a dad to you, your grandfather could be a dad to you. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It can be all your stepfather can be that for you. Do you understand what I mean? Um,
Let's get
your
into that
mama,
right there.
your mama friend, just a good male friend can be that for you. You don't know. You have no idea. You understand what I'm saying? So, fatherhood, man, and being ready, that's a little tricky one. You understand what I'm saying? What Auntie Georgie say right here though? My mama, hold on, my mama said, she said, that's right. My mama already know. She already know. You get what I'm saying? Like, real family already know how I feel about my nieces. Bro, I called Nisa earlier before I get into this, bro. I called Nisa earlier. I was talking to her, just how I love her. I'm whatever else. I share some stories because I feel like that's what the elders are supposed to do. Share them stories that you don't remember. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I talked to her, bro. I dang near got choked up, but I didn't though. You know, I don't do
You
the
probably
mushy stuff.
did.
I didn't, man, but it felt like it was coming up. I ain't even gonna
It
lie. I'm
probably
man enough to
did.
tell you. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get off the phone because I mean everything I do, and I'm passionate behind everything I do. And you know what I'm saying? So, but hold on. Once you say, growing up without a father in the home can be either a crutch or catalyst. It takes that young man growing up without that father to look forward to the next generation that will proceed and determine how he wants that child's life to look. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like you say, it could be a crutch. You could be the person that be like, man, I ain't had no dad growing up, so I don't know how to be no dad. So I'm not finna be no dad because ain't none of the guys in my family stuck around.
Here's the thing though.
Go
We
ahead.
got two different perspectives on this. So you grew up in a household where, or not in the household, but in some part of it, but the most part, you grew up in a house where you can have a father in the house and a mother in the house. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, technically, my mom and daddy divorced when I was in third grade,
I understand
but
what you're saying,
yeah,
but
but
listen
my
what I'm
dad was
saying.
always around. Yeah,
You
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
that's what I
yeah,
mean. They don't have to be
yeah.
under the same roof, but you
Mm-hmm.
physically connected to both of them.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
You have that side. I don't
yes.
have that side. So if people want to say, how can y'all talk about, well, that's why. You still have both of yours in your life today. I've only had one biological, right?
Mm.
Um, and to answer that question right there, for our community right now, everybody always try to say that it was exactly like that. It was a catalyst for me. What I didn't get as a kid growing up without a father, that's exactly what I'm aiming to give my kids. I think
Mm-hmm.
back every time, every decision I'm trying to make, every sacrifice, I'm doing this so they can have this because that ain't what I had growing up. Every time. And it will push you to be the best version of yourself if you can let that be the fuel to your fire. Um, but I want to talk about this other part here. It kind of leads into the struggles, and it's because most people in our communities, they probably gonna have a stepdad.
Right.
I don't want to talk about it from the perspective of you as the person having a stepdad. I want to talk about the fathers out there who are the stepdad now. These are the people who I want to touch because right now, most people our age and things like that, if you ain't had if you didn't find a relationship like early on, you still with the same woman and got kids, then you probably gonna come into a relationship where you gotta be a stepdad. You understand what I'm saying? And I want to let you know that stepdad ain't even in my vocabulary. You understand what I'm saying? If you go into any relationship and there's a child there and you feel like you finna be with this person
Look,
for a long time, that
look.
stepdad talk,
I'm
that
gonna
ain't
cut you off. I'm gonna cut you off. I'm gonna cut
go
you off, and
ahead.
I'm gonna cut you off and let you proceed.
Go
And
ahead.
I'm gonna validate this. I've never, and I ain't gonna speak on what but I'm gonna say I've never heard you talk in that stepdad role.
Ain't no way.
I've never heard. I'm talking me and you talking private, but we talking in public right now. I've never heard it, even in private. You talk all that other. This is, and it's admirable. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm talking about at the age and understanding. Not of people. It's not a lot of people that's
Nah,
there, bro. But go ahead.
I'm just trying to get people there for all because this is gonna hit everybody. All you dudes out there who step into a relationship and it's a child there, one,
Them
two,
your
three,
kids.
four, five. You
Them your
know what you
kids
stepping
too.
into. Those
Your
are
kids too.
your kids. Ain't no stepdad talk in this. You are again. As soon as you put that stepdad term on there, you labeled as a stepdad. And we know what the stepdad get treated like. You like the substitute teacher. Ain't no stepdad happening here. I'm the daddy. I'm the
You
daddy now.
man of
What
that
I
house
say
to the
goes.
yeah,
What I
yeah.
say goes. You doing this, you ain't doing that. You understand what I'm saying?
But you know what? That also come, and we ain't talking about all that, but I'm gonna say the mama has to set that precedent.
I ain't waiting on her. I'm not waiting on her.
No,
Because
but
I'm gonna
look,
tell you
I'm
this.
saying,
I,
listen, a woman If you come into as a man, we talking about as a man. If you come into that relationship, bro, that woman plays a big factor on the standards around them kids or that child that she done had from a previous relationship. She got to set that from jump, because there's people out there that don't set that precedent and allow that separation where, okay,
Well,
you could just really acknowledge the ones that's biologically yours and not the ones we done had together. And I'm telling you, I've
I'm just
seen it.
saying, whatever she
It's,
do is whatever she do. But I'm telling you,
yeah,
who
as a real
I'm
one. Yeah.
stepping into this. You ain't got to
Yeah.
tell me nothing. You probably gonna have to tell me to calm down. Cause I'm gonna be doing stuff like I've been here since day one. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not
Yeah.
tiptoeing around nothing. I'm not on eggshells about nothing. You're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. We're gonna teach you this, we're not
Look,
gonna teach you that. And you got to own it. You can't be timid to try to talk to a child, discipline them because you the stepdad. See, that's the problem. You labeled yourself as a stepdad. Now you feel like you can't discipline how you would if you was the real biological father. That's your
yeah.
fault. And until you
Yeah.
correct that, it's gonna get worse. As soon as they start turning teenagers and things like that, you ain't nipping in the bud when you first got there. So now your head getting chewed off. They walking on your back. You got track marks on your back because you ain't step up. You got to quit holding on to this stepdad clause. You understand what I'm saying? And step up to the plate. Stop being 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and take both foot and put them in. That's the problem. Either you gonna do it or you ain't. Get up out of there. Go find somebody that ain't got no kids and start from scratch.
Yeah. And the thing is this, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna get into the comments and then I'm gonna get into it. Absolutely, definitely different circumstances, and we don't use it for crutches. We use it for fuel to the fire. Say your mom did a wonderful job, which Miss Pauline. Shout out to Miss Shout out
Child
to
gonna
Miss
have to get in
Pauline.
line, G.
Huh?
The child gonna have to get in line.
It is. Hey, mutual understanding has to be in place. No guessing. Absolutely. So look, I'm gonna say this. So let's switch a little bit. Let's switch it to the struggles of fatherhood, because you're not ready, and there is legit struggles in fatherhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The main one that I hear from a lot of brothers is the
Baby mama.
relationship with the mother,
Baby mama.
the mother of your child. You get what I'm saying? I don't be running around baby mama, baby daddy. Like
I hate that word. I hate that.
I don't kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, them.
If
But I'm gonna
Chelsea,
say,
listen, if Chelsea, I had one lady out, like, I think it was when she was pregnant, and we went to the doctor, and the lady was like, is that the baby daddy?
baby daddy, come
I
on, man.
got
Stop playing with
listen,
me.
I got pissed.
Dude, what?
I said I had to read her rights.
Bro, the type of work you put in, whatever, you're not finna
Don't
call
ever
me
call me.
you're not finna call me no baby daddy. Like, I'm
I hate
just,
that word. I hate that.
hey,
See, that's that category ish.
and some people are, but I'm just saying I don't get into. So I'm gonna say
I
a
don't
lot
say
of
that
guys,
word.
and I'm just talking about guys here, sharpening the brothers out there. A lot of guys have issues with the mother of their children. But I'm gonna tell you this: I've sat down, I've talked to a lot of brothers, I've watched a lot of brothers go through a lot of things. Some of that stuff could have been avoided. You call that woman crazy. You used to love that crazy before y'all had kids. You used to tell me before you got her pregnant, man, she crazy. I love it, bro. She wild. She this, that, and the third. We shaking up. We talking crazy, right? Okay, but at some point you stop using protection. And that crazy been there the entire time. And you done knock that crazy up. And that crazy stuff is happening. I'm just saying. And I know women guilty of it, but I'm just talking to the men tonight. We just talking to the men tonight with it. You got to be careful on who you planting them seeds in. You get what I'm saying? You really got to be careful with that. It's bigger than she cute. It's bigger than she thick. It's bigger than she lit. It's bigger than this, that, the third. Will she make a good woman, like a good mother? You get what I'm saying? I think people downplay having kids with people, like we talked about. Some people say, I'd never get married in my life, right? I'd never get married. Marriage ain't for me. But having 5 kids with different people is for you. I just really feel like,
let's go back into that. Let's explain
serious,
that.
I value marriage. But what I'm saying is I think that having children with somebody is a bigger commitment, because we human, we're not robots. People can fall out of love with each other. People can have issues with each other. Somebody can have infidelities with each other because we humans. One thing, regardless of that, when you have children with somebody, you can't erase that child. That is the bigger commitment. And people acting like they scared of commitment, but you making the biggest commitment there is by bringing kids to this.
Ever.
You making the biggest commitment because,
Oh my.
okay, I don't want to marry this guy or this girl, but I'm gonna have a baby with her. And y'all really still death do you part, because until you, that woman, or the child leave the earth, y'all bound together. She gonna need you. The child gonna need you. Y'all gonna need each other for the child, to talk about the child and whatever else. But you won't get married. But you won't commit. You won't say that that's my actual boyfriend, that's my girlfriend. But that's my homeboy I got 6 kids with. That's my home girl I got 5 kids. That's crazy. That's crazy to me, bro. That's the world we live in, though.
It's
So
nasty.
I cannot relate to that. And look, I'm not passing judgment, but I can't relate to that. That sounds
Just trying to
crazy to me.
It's just trying to
Because
get people to put stuff in perspective. Like, listen to what
yeah,
you're
like
saying out
that's
here.
a bigger commitment. The kid, listen, you are bound to the child that you have with these people until one of y'all leave this earth. That's a fact. You can fall out of love with somebody. Y'all can deal with different stuff in a relationship. All right, cool. But you being like, I won't do this, but I will have kids by all these different people.
And look though, in that relationship, like marriage or relationship, whatever. Let's say he was married. The legal system can legally separate you two. Like you can get a divorce and separate, right? Go separate ways. But on the other side, the legal system will make you bound
Boy,
by contract for
boy,
18 years or whatever to
or
pay this
more.
money or more. You understand? People crazy. They don't be looking at the grand scheme of things like, boy, stop having kids with everybody. You bound, like you in a committed thing now. You just as married. Just pull all the struggles you done had. So calling your baby mama drama. That never leaves. Can y'all understand that? It doesn't stop. No matter you trying to be the cool one saying, I ain't got to deal with her. We do this, she do her thing. Stop lying to yourself.
It's
You know
definitely
that's not that simple.
no, not at all.
But you're
Look,
gonna do the same thing.
look, and let's talk about another struggle, bro. Hold on. I know we could take off on that, but let's talk about another struggle a lot of dads have, that work-life balance. You know, we talked about the work-life balance with it, bro. Um, Real men can get caught up in being a protector, being a provider, to where, you know, we struggle with that balance of being there for our kids. And we think we are being there for them, but are we really? And how are they remembering it? You know, your kid really, and this is for the hustlers. And anybody that personally knows me knows that. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is a hustler to a hustler.
Yeah.
Your kids remember you being present. Your kids don't care what's in that bank account. Your kids don't care about you working them 12, 16s, turnarounds, none of that. Your kids care about you throwing the ball around with them, doing their homework with them, washing them up, laughing at their corny jokes, yelling at them from times when they get on your nerves.
Yeah.
Your kids remember all of that. That's how they gonna grow up remembering. If you're absent, and I'm just saying the men that we trying to, but we work in these jobs and we doing. Remember, man, I'm just talking in that perspective of it. Not saying you doing it wrong, but I just want you to remember how the kids remember it. Because kids only understand what they don't understand the grown-up stuff. They're not gonna remember why you were away. They're just gonna remember you were away.
Yeah.
And when they get older, then you got to explain, man. I was trying to stack some bread for us to get a house and a car, and you're gonna have to explain that later. But kids' minds are simple. Either you're there or you're not there. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of real men struggle with that balance. And they putting their head down, they working and working and working and working. And the kids don't remember none of that, bruh. They remember who was there tucking them in, reading stories with them, having dinner
Facts.
with them, say your grace, teaching them different things, ironing their clothes. You understand what I'm saying? Washing their hair. Like, the kids remember that. They do not care. Children do not care what's in the bank account. Children do not care about that. They do not understand that. You understand? And I've been walking since I had Rosie, bro. I done walked away from any job that compromises that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I know bigger than anything, I want to be present. I know how to go get $1. I know how to go get $1, but I need to be present. My kids need me. And I got 2 daughters, bro. You understand what I'm saying? We already know with daughters, we already know when the daddy ain't around how some of them daughters can turn out. So I'm gonna do my part. You know what I'm saying? So that work-life balance is crazy, bro. I understand a lot of us is dealing with that as men.
I seen it. I seen an episode podcast where little baby was talking to. He was talking on this podcast and he answered the question about, being home with the kids and versus, going out getting the money, traveling. Cause rappers, they make their money off show money and just being out on the road. And he
Mm-hmm.
said, he's like, I don't really have a choice, really. Like, I rather for them to have what they need and me not be around. But, I understand that. But at the same token, me being cut from a different sleeve, I truly believe that the presence of a dad in the house is so powerful and important that no money can
No.
change it. And I believe that where there's a will, there's a way. And you have to understand that if you had a $2 million and you left to your kids, but you weren't never there, like you were just always gone, they're not gonna know anything. They're not gonna know how to handle that money. They're not gonna know how to handle adversity. They're not gonna know how to handle it when people come asking for the money. They're not gonna know what to do with it. They're not gonna know just general life lessons, how to approach problems in life because you wasn't there. They didn't see you doing anything. They didn't see you out in the field like doing stuff. They didn't learn nothing. On the other hand, if you left your kids nothing, but you was always around them, I guarantee you, I've seen it. I've seen it. They will have a better chance at life and succeeding and doing things with no money. Because why? Because you instilled in them the values and the work ethics and the things you got to do, how to create relationships. You teach them that by being in the house.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I went through. Again, I didn't have that. I didn't see that. So guess what? I had to fail and fail and fail. It's fine to fail, but like sometimes you want a head start. You want to be able to know, okay, GPS says it's an accident up there. I'm gonna take this other route. I don't have that. I didn't have that. I just had to run into the accidents and wait 30 minutes, extra hour. You understand what I'm saying? You put your kids in the position where they don't have to do that. The GPS being me, I already told them how to do this, and they might take this other route. That's what we trying to
Absolutely.
tell you. You gotta work-life balance. It ain't always about that money. If you have more opportunities to spend it with your kids, believe me,
The
you making
time.
money at that point, teaching them something.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
in this
Look,
day in life, everybody's be talking about go get the bag and this and that, and they ain't really even getting the bag.
yeah. When you had kids, man, you got to find that balance. And I know, as men, we want to, like I said, we want to be earners, we want to be protectors, we want to be providers, but we got to find that balance.
You an ultimate dad like me. By the way, I think I'm the best dad. I think I'm better than you, G.
Hmm, hmm. We'll fall out over that.
Yeah, we fight over that, but
You
that's how
should
it's supposed to be.
you should feel that way about you,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
because I'm cold with it.
Said
You
you
understand what I'm
ultimate
saying,
dad.
bro? I'm
This
telling
is
you,
how you gotta talk though. But
I don't
nobody
leave
had these
nothing.
type of things though.
I don't leave nothing on the table. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I'm saying, and the difference is like two, like
Yeah.
you got 2 sons,
Yeah.
man. You got 2 sons. I don't got no sons. I just got 2
You can fix
daughters.
that.
Yeah, I could, but
You're talking about fatherhood,
that's up to me.
so
But I'm just saying, like,
you know.
it's different, man. It's so
Hey,
different. It
do
is
they
so different.
do they know if for those who didn't watch the episode, I was told I couldn't have kids. That's what I
Right?
was told.
You was.
I was told I couldn't have kids. Did tests, did everything. It got crazy, but yeah, I was told I couldn't have kids. And now,
My fam got kids from the front door to the back door, upstairs in the
yeah,
side room. They got
yeah,
hey, you say what God say, be fruitful and multiply.
And I had
You
to tell
took that
God, "Thank
and
you."
ran with it.
No, I didn't. I was complaining to God why I ain't had no kids, and He's like, "Okay, Imma show you. It's
Yeah,
my time, not your time." And now I had to get a vasectomy. So,
right. To slow
yeah.
yourself up, to stop. Hey, cause it's them
Alright,
soldiers
God, you
marching, boy.
win. You
Them soldiers
win.
marching.
I'm fertile after all, but okay. But
Yeah,
okay. So hold I can't
yeah.
make reservation now because they look at me crazy. I got too many kids. So hold on.
Look, P Gang though. Mom's talking about. She said a kid remembers everything and will tell you about yourself in the most opportune times. You would be shocked. Absolutely, kids remember how they remember things. Um, so you got to remind for when you having these conversations or you doing whatever. Kids gonna remember it differently. I see Georgia say that's true. G, my youngest told me he appreciates everything I worked to give him growing up, but would have appreciated me being there more. Absolutely. And that's not saying you did something wrong. Because I feel like every parent trying, I won't say every parent, most parents are trying their best. So you didn't grind and work and get those credentials up to paying that bills, to get that house, to put a roof over it. So you didn't do all that to punish your child. You thought you was doing a really good thing. So don't ever downplay what you did. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you tried your best. And I
I don't
feel
know.
like, listen, I tried, look, I stopped grading my parents so hard once I became a parent
That's what I was
because
gonna say. Yeah.
I
Look
stopped
at me.
grading my parents so hard when I became a parent, bro, because I'm like, dang, y'all was raising me the same time I'm raising at the same age I'm raising my kids. So I feel like I got a good foundation, but I don't think I got it all figured out. So they
Hey,
probably didn't have it all figured out at this age. You get what I'm saying? That balance of still trying to live your life, go out, figure things out for yourself. So I just want the parents, especially the older parents that already raised kids that's grown now, and I tell the kids, don't be so hard on your parent. Hold your parents accountable in certain ways, but there's certain things, certain conversations I don't hold my parents against them because I know that they were still trying to figure it out. I judge my parents more so on how we interact now today as adults. I'm an adult, they're adults. How are you towards your grandchildren? How are you towards me? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of
yeah,
kid, I don't need you to be there for me financially, but different things I still need my parents for. So I look at it like that. But as far as the upbringing go, it's a short conversation with me. My parents did the best that they could, and whatever that looks like, that was the best that they could. And I don't
yeah.
hold that against them at all, not one part of it, because I'm raising my kids and I'm doing the best that I can. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's the quick conversation with that. Let's say you're supposed to have your kids exactly. So look, let's switch it a little bit. Let's talk about the rewards, bro. Let's spend the last few minutes we got is talking about the rewards of being a dad, y'all. It's not about always about, like we said, being ready. It's not about the struggles. Let's talk about the rewards that as a father, your child bring to you. And I'm gonna let you take off on it first, bro.
I believe that one of the biggest rewards I get, is being able to it's not even it's like when you come home from whatever you're doing, kids pop up and they give you joy, but every all of us go through issues in life, whether it's legal issues, whether it's paying bills or work, whatever it is. You might just got in a car accident, insurance, that anybody who get in a car accident, no matter if it's a minor fender bender, like it's a tap and the police come file insurance, that ruins your entire day. I don't care what you had planned. It
Yeah.
ruins your entire day. But like when you can come into a room and your kids just running around playing and laughing, they don't know what's going on. We had a whole tornado here, roof, everything messed up. Kids like running around, like it gives you joy. It really gives you a breath of fresh air to allow you to step back and just appreciate life. And that's one of the true benefits of having or rewards of having kids. And this is why I go back to the people who say like baby mama drama, this and that. I bring that up so heavily because these are the things you're missing out on. You think it's okay to co-parent and live in a different state than your kids and this and that, but the difference is that nobody brings you joy like your kids. And I know this for a fact. And everybody who got
Fact.
kids know this.
That's a fact.
Ain't nobody gonna bring you joy like your kids.
That's a
So when you
fact.
going through these things in life, the one crowd of people, if you got multiple kids, that will bring you joy is your kids, and you can't get to them being co-parent in different
Look,
state, things like that.
you're right.
You
Look,
missing out on that.
like the Nick Cannons and stuff of the world, where people think it's lit to have 13 kids. Yes, can he financially probably supply his 13 kids with money and child support and all that? Yeah, he's a wealthy man for sure. But when you really raising kids,
you got to get to know them.
I'm gonna talk to the grown up. I'm gonna talk to the grown ups in the room.
Relationship with them.
You think he can really be there for them 13 kids? No.
No, it's impossible, dog.
You
It's
think he can get to
impossible.
really know them 13 kids personally would make them tick? Nothing. Like D
To
said
help
right here.
them,
No.
look, to
Real
help
love.
them through situations, knowing their personalities, knowing how they gonna react, knowing their motives, like that's
Yes.
hard.
Yes. Look, kids do keep you grounded. Real love do come from your kids. I'm gonna say this, and I've said this publicly. I really feel like the purest form of love is from your kids until you mess that up, right?
You messed that up.
Until you mess it up. And I know people say a mother's love, and I know somebody about like, what about your spouse? You can make your spouse upset. Y'all can get into it in that morning or that night, whatever else, and might treat you different. Small kids, y'all, have the purest form of love. When I look in my daughter's eyes, how they look at me, how they depend on me.
Yeah.
I have not seen that in nobody else's eyes. You get what they really think, they really believe dad is Superman. Like they really depend on me to protect the house. Like he got us. Look, hold on. It was a real bad storm last year, and I remember it. Trees falling down, whatever. It was everything shy of a tornado. Winds came through Indianapolis, bro. It was like 80-something miles an hour. Tearing
That's
stuff
the time
up.
that tree was on your back.
That tree fell in my yard. My neighbor's tree fell in my yard. Absolutely. Crazy. That's a whole nother story. And I go pick up, I told Alex to hurry up and get home. I got this. Me and Rosie gonna head back out because I already had Rosie.
Put that joint in 4-wheel drive. I remember
we gonna go get Autumn. So yeah, y'all know I keep a nice truck, but guess what? My trucks look good, but they work. You understand? And I'm a driver. I come from a family of drivers. We gonna go get Autumn. Autumn on the other side of town. The wind and the damage and stuff was so bad. Rosie was crying getting in the car, bro. Like, cause it's bad. You get what I'm saying? She like everything falling down, the sky dark as everything. I said, we gotta go get your sister. So we go to the daycare. We get all the way on the other side of town, bro. We dock. I'm going around all type of people going over stuff, get there. And the lady, I go in there, the power off in the daycare, everything. I come through the door. The lady got, because it was a home daycare Autumn was at. And all the kids scared and everything. Remember, hey, the lady, Miss Paula, she say, and Autumn ran to me in my arms. She said, Autumn said, I was like, because Autumn wasn't crying like the rest of the kids. She say, Autumn said her daddy was coming. She said her daddy was coming. She wasn't scared or nothing. She said, my daddy coming. My kids know that, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's an awesome story. That's the third point. Rewards. He coming.
That's a reward in itself. You crazy? My kids depend on me that much. I'm consistent to that degree. We have that type of connection. Every other kid in there freaking out. Hey, Autumn seen that black truck come. She hear that. That's my daddy.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
That's my daddy. Pardon me. Pardon me. I told y'all my daddy was coming. That's that, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's that type of joy, man. That's that stuff that keep you grounded when the world pressures is on you, when the odds stacked against you, especially as a black man. Yeah. You understand? Your kids will keep you grounded. So I tell the brothers, stay in the game, man. Work that out with that woman if you can, man. You understand? Them kids, I'm telling you, bro, they didn't ask to be here, y'all. We earned them. If you didn't want the kids, you should have went to the corner store or the gas station and got a 3-pack of condoms.
I'm telling you, Walmart special.
You should have got the 3-pack, but you didn't. You didn't. You did not. That woman did not rape you. You was not taken advantage of. You made them kids, man. Take care of your responsibilities, bro.
You keep making them. And you keep making them. You just pick one and stay with one. Y'all, man, let me tell you this.
Go ahead, man.
Y'all will get, I'm tired of people, they say, You think you saving more money by not being with the person, but you losing more money. And just to be honest, when you file taxes and things like that, if you didn't know you married filing jointly, uh, you get a break, a big break. So do your research. Um, the other thing is this, why you think that people like the president of the United States, VPs and things like that, why you think they like to see them with a family?
Mm-hmm.
Because it automatically puts you in a category, a bracket of a person that's fine with taking on responsibility. You've never seen the president come into office or anybody in a high power, a civil person at the um, local city level, the mayor, anybody. You got to have a family. It's a stigma place that this person takes on responsibility well. And I want to let you know, for all the black people out there, you become very respected when they see you at an airport, the candy store, Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever, with your family. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking kids, the wife, and the father. You'll be surprised how much business you run into, how much people want to work with you, how less people be afraid of you when they see you walking. You need to try it. These are the
Listen,
rewards you're missing out on.
look, I told my mans, I told my man, I say, hey, you know, we done been in the street, we done played with the play. You got kids with this woman, because he was debating with this woman. I say, you got 2 kids with this woman. I say, why not give that a try?
Give it a try, man.
Why not give that
It's so
everything you got to give? Look, because ain't no
no, it's
guarantees. But look, if that woman done laid on the table for you and bared your children, you're not gonna give her a shot, but you would give a thought a shot. You crazy? I just can't understand it. You understand what I'm saying? So look, this is not a session to bash the brothers. We sharpening each other up, man, because I know there's real things we deal with. That's why I talked about the struggles. That's why we talked about being ready. You understand what there is struggles out there. You know what I mean? Get around some men that's gonna hold you accountable. Get around some men, real men, not goofies that think it's funny to abandon your responsibilities or to, not own what you did that make it right. Because I'm gonna tell you like now, I done talked to a lot of sisters. I'm be honest. Most of the women I've ever talked to, what they want from their baby daddies or whatever else is consistency.
Well, hold on, G. Hold on. I want to make this clear because, again, y'all ain't watching the episode, but I know there are some cases out there where the baby mama is just incompatible, will not cooperate, is holding the child as a weapon, as
Yeah,
like
that
this
happens.
hostage.
Yes, they
But I
will use
want
the baby as a tool. Yeah,
I
some
want to
people,
tell
yeah.
you again, that's your fault, man, because you're not in position to take on this battle. You're not in position to get yourself a lawyer and go to the courts and do what you need to do because you're not stable enough. You don't have your own house. You don't have your own job. You don't have a stability in your own life. So you're not going to get looked up and taken serious in the court because you don't have your life in order. Stop complaining about what you can't see. You can't see your child, this and that. If you had your stuff in order and you quit going around to the clubs and getting all these other people pregnant, you would have a fighting chance to
Bro.
get at least partial custody, or you could possibly get full custody. Stop complaining and step up to the plate.
Getting
So
people,
all people
yeah,
who want to use that excuse, get
yeah.
out
You
of here.
can't. I feel like towards people getting people pregnant, that's not an accident.
No, it's
Um,
not.
that's not an accident, man. You bump into
If you
people in the
did it, then
club,
you need to
you
take
step on
responsibility.
somebody's shoes, but you don't accidentally get somebody pregnant. That's from a, and you don't accidentally, well,
Step up
unless a
to the
woman
plate.
gets raped or something like that, then, but I'm just saying from both perspectives, it didn't happen on accident. So, you know, interview a little harder,
Yeah.
critique a little harder, because once you have that kid, it's crazy. But
Well, who
ultimately,
are we?
what I want to say to everybody is this, and I think you can say this too, bro. Um, at first they told you couldn't have kids. I
Mhm.
was okay with not having kids. But my kids, and I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure you could say it, bro, but I'm gonna say it for both of us. My kids are one of the biggest, if not the biggest, blessing that God has bestowed upon me. And it's not easy all the time. You know, being a present father, it's not easy. Kids get on your nerve. Kids frustrate you. You understand what I'm saying? Learning how to co-parent, not co-parent, but learning how to parent with another person, which is, you know, the
I
woman,
think it is
especially in the house.
co-parenting
It
because like
is like, because look,
I'm
because your
strict like
perspective
with
is
things.
different than your
Exactly,
perspective
than
on stuff is
hers.
different than Chelsea's.
Exactly. You gotta be
Right.
able to mesh those
Right.
two
You got
and
it.
be
It's tough,
together.
man. It is tough. And I understand that, y'all, because I understand where it could be like, man, I'm out of here or whatever. I'm out of here, man. Just chill
Mm,
out, dude. Hit the couch, man. Go take a walk. Get around some other
yeah.
men that's going to hold you accountable.
It's a
Some
thing.
men you can at
Nobody
least
wanna
talk
talk.
to.
Gotta
Some dudes
talk.
that you can at least talk to, be like, bro, yeah, bro, but you're not leaving your family. You're not abandoning. You get what I'm
It's not
saying?
an
You might
option.
dip off with the guys and talk how you talk, but we still in the game. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the night, when we done talking, we have a couple drinks, we whatever. We still like, man, all right, bet, bro. I'm going back to the crib, man. Not like, man, yeah, you need to leave, man. Them kids will be all right. Talk to him when he 18, man. Like, nah, bro. I
Nah.
don't hang around men that don't take care of their kids because
Can't relate.
I cannot relate. We will have a strong misunderstanding. Most stories that I have currently evolve around the family life. You know what
That's
I'm saying? So I wouldn't consider myself to be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Like, I don't consider myself like that. So I'm gonna talk about my kids. You know, fatherhood is tough, bro. It's tough. Naturally, it's tough with the pressures that society put on us as men. But I just really encourage all the men out there to stay in the game. What you got for them before we wrap it up, bro?
I wanna say that, for all the people out there, all the males who have kids, you gotta get in tune with your kids. You gotta talk to them. Especially if you distant hours away, you gotta talk to them every day, and you gotta make it a point that that child don't feel like they don't have a dad. You might think take it lightly, and she know I got it. No, if you're not in that house, that's different. When she go to school, she see her kids getting dropped off by their dads. They dads coming there bring them lunch. You ain't there. That's tough on the child. Stop taking it lightly. And I want to say to the people who is near, and you might be in your child's life, but don't take it for granted. You got to make sure that you don't let outside influences take you away from the time you have to give to your kids. That is your job, it's your responsibility. And I just think a lot of the dudes out here need to just take this more responsible. Take it serious, do your job. It ain't hard, but it's hard if you don't do your job. It's not
Mm-hmm.
hard, but it's hard if you don't do your job.
Absolutely. So, without further ado, y'all, this was Fatherhood. This was the live session of Fatherhood, man. If you want to check out the full episode, make sure you get on YouTube. Make sure you continue to like, share, subscribe. We appreciate the comments. We appreciate the real dads and the women that brought perspectives in today and conversation in on today. And we're gonna continue to bring the heat, man. This was a great conversation. More dads, real men need to sharpen each other up. This was not a bashing session. This is sharpening each other up. Because a man know you got to talk to a man like a man. You use too many good words. You beat around it. As men, we don't respect that. We gotta be direct when we talking to men as men. You understand what I'm saying? So stay in the game, dads. And we appreciate the fan. We appreciate everybody tuning in. So, uh, continue to come back for some more. And this was Our You Redemption Podcast. This is your boy G White.
Big speaker.
And we out.